Boom, boom, boom. Rugby. Welcome to Rugby. The All Blacks are taking on Ireland at Eden Park. My name's Mark. We're about to watch the game. The anthems are currently underway, and I've just been having a quick read of the chat. How's everybody doing? And goodness me, Padza has already gifted somebody a membership. Look at that. Cheers, Padza. Let's crack open a beer to you, mate. Thank you, my friend. Good to have you all along. Let's have a look. Oh, why don't I get the score ready while the anthems are still going, actually. Get the admin tasks out of the way early. I actually probably should have done this before we started, but hey, no one even said I was that organized. But boom, boom. We take the link, we copy it, we paste it, and then you can't see any difference because we need to scroll it down. Here it comes. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Ba-boom. And now we're ready for some rugby. Who's been in the chat? I can see Milo and Frankie are here. Welcome along, lads. A couple of our ever so helpful moderators. Frankie says to watch the spoilers. I will be behind everybody else's stream, likely. But I'll give you guys a time check at some point. So yeah, it is nice if there's no spoilers for the old tries and stuff before they come up. Give it a second. Hold your horses. Or just don't type too fast, eh? But yeah, that's a helpful reminder. Who are we backing for this one, folks? Who are we backing? New Zealand by 14 from a not very confident Irishman, says Ryan. I think you need to be more confident than by 14, surely. Pads, I'm pretty good, mate. Had a day out with the family. I just finished dinner. I didn't drink with the old boy this time because I knew I was coming on stream and they're still eating out there. So I would be absolutely plastered if I was having the old Baijiu. Jezza reckons New Zealand by 10, and he says that as an Irishman as well. Lee reckons he'd love to say Ireland, but thinks New Zealand. New Zealand will take it. Ireland lucky to beat Oz, says Hollywood. Up at stupid o'clock again. Hollywood, welcome along, man. Jack, mate, how's it going? We're good. Good to see you along, brother. Olivia's watching in France. How's it going, man? 97 watching and only 17 thumbs up. That is true. As the haka is being performed, if you haven't dropped a like, do it. YouTube loves likes. That's what we always say. Creaky Knee says, lame Ireland's call. It wasn't the best rendition. I'm not sure that choir did Ireland's call justice, to be fair. Stephen reckons Ireland to win. Kelly reckons the TMO to go. Let's hope for not too much refereeing and TMO interventions in this one. Hopefully the ref has a decent game. I've instituted a RefCon system for the All Blacks game. So currently we're at RefCon 5. There's no ref chat. The ref's doing a great job. The ref is a legend. We haven't started the game. That's why we're at RefCon 5. But we'll see how things progress throughout the game. Let's hope we don't get to RefCon 1 where it's melting down ref chat. RefCon, Milo, that's like my take on DEFCON, you know, like DEFCON 5, DEFCON 4, how close we are to like nuclear war. So RefCon is how close we are to ref chat meltdown. Pretty good haka. Man, we're not long for it to go. Just popping in to see my Shamrock to say best of luck. Not expecting an Irish member, but be happy enough with the competitive performance. 2 at 6 is a big call, says Howard. Yep. Hopefully the line-out operates a bit better. Gut feeling, Mark, scoreline. Let's have a look, because I picked this. I need to agree with myself. What did I pick? I picked... Ooh, what did I pick? I picked New Zealand by 5. New Zealand by 5. Yes. DEFCON 1 is the worst. So DEFCON 5, well, for us, REFCON 5 is the lowest ranking. REFCON 5 is like everything is sweet. We're all good. How's it going, April Tui? We are about to get underway. Will we concede in the first 2 minutes again? Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. But either way, cheers for being here, everybody. Appreciate your company. Hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully it's a close game. Both teams give it a good crack. And hopefully the Eden Park record stands. We've just had kickoff. I'll give you the time check in a moment. All Blacks have just cleared. Geordie Barrett's kick goes sailing past the spider cam. We are at 20 seconds right now. There's your time check. That was a very cool camera angle, that's true. The ball just went sailing past the spider cam. Lucky it didn't hit the flipping thing, but yep. Well, first line out. The Irish line out's been a little bit shaky. Short one to Gibson Park. And Sheehan, who's back into the side after resting last week, has a big carry up the guts. We're back to halfway. 1 minute behind. It's just weird because I'm not that far from the game. I'm literally like a 20-minute drive, maybe 30 minutes in traffic. The Irish lineout has been dodgy all tour, Howard. That is true. The lineout was fine, but the first touch by Ringrose is a spill. So an early handling error for the Irish. We will have a look at some scrum time, because the Irish scrum was a little bit creaky last week as well. Pretty much lined up today, says April 2. Well, that's a bit of good news for a change. If I was watching on an actual, like, broadcast TV, it would be a lot quicker, but because I'm streaming it from Sky Sports, that's always slower. All right, here we go. Frankie met Darian Lord yesterday and he never felt smaller. He sent me a photo and those guys are friggin' giants. We got a free kick for the breakfoot. All Blacks go quickly. Regard. Love. Tupaia holds it up. Will Jordan. Oh, his kick's charged. So Geordie Barrett's got it. Leinster legend from one season. Hoofs it long. Don't go dead. Don't go dead. Don't go dead. Don't go dead. Far. It's gone dead. So a couple of errors from both sides. One of my mates has just sent me a shot from the Garden of Eden. There you go. That's where he's sitting. Nerves on both sides, Martin. Yeah, I think so. Irish knock on. New Zealand kick dead. We've got a second scrum. Tentative. There's been no try conceded by the All Blacks in the first 2 minutes, so we'll take that. I'm just writing a wee note about that tentative start. Hit the like button, please, says Quasi, which is always a helpful reminder. Oh, I feel like Sam Prendergast's going to regret that haircut when he's older. But anyway, you're allowed to be young and have bad haircuts. We've all been there. Quick Irish wide ball from that scrum play. Quick hands. Lomax was thinking about an intercept there, but nope. What can the Irish do now that they are decently down inside the New Zealand 10-metre line? Prendergast. Ringrose gets wrapped up in the tackle. He's not going anywhere. That's going to be a maul. That's going to be... It's going to be a turnover. Oh, and we've got a bit of handbags already. Did Jamison give us a park play for the Blues, Jesse? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Way back in the day. Played for the Blues. A pretty bad Blues team at the time, from what I remember. Are you annoyed you can't go to live games as much because you need to make reviews? It does. Some guy actually walked past me in Costco today because I went to buy some milk, which is a horrendous thing to do because I was in the area basically, and Costco's milk is over $1 cheaper, so I got 2 bottles of milk. But Costco, there's only one Costco in New Zealand, and it's very busy. Oh, Tyrell Lomax is going off. But yeah, some guy yelled at me, "Are you live streaming or going into the game?" I said, "Live streaming." Oh no. Jeez, Tyrell Lomax does not look in a well way. Might be bloodburn, they reckon. Oh, hopefully Fletcher Newell doesn't have to play 76 minutes, but we'll see. Someone mentioned the delay. Yeah, there's always a bit of a delay with the live streams. YouTube adds a bit of time. My stream adds a bit of time. So I'm at 44, 45 now if you want to pause or whatever. Fletcher Newell's first scrum goes okay. Almost get the ball out wide. D-Mac has a nice carry with the advantage line. Quick ball for Roygard. Let's go. Lord has a big carry. Roygard, love. Tuipulotu with the quick hands. Tupaya. Will Jordan gets brought down before he can get a head of steam up. They've gone left, right, central again. Good. You can play 80. Yeah, you can play 80, but you'd rather he not have to. Put it that way. Slightly slower ball from their bees, but they're getting some midfield pods set. Oh, it's not a great pass from Roygard, but the All Blacks have handled it, and it's maybe put a little bit of a jank in the Irish line. I think Will Jordan might have overrun that one a little. I know it was Morby overran that one a little bit. Here goes Lord down the wing. Geez, we're into the 22 now. Oh, Tyke Byrne did well to disrupt that play. Whew. Irish have cleared their lines. I think Tyke Byrne got the all clear from the ref that the ball was all out there, so he was all good. There wasn't offside. But that was some bad hands, but turned into a bit of magic, wasn't it? Costco on a Saturday, it's a rookie mistake. Thankfully, payday, I did not take my car. I did not take a trolley. My kids were at a nearby playground, so I was just zipping through the crowds with bottles of milk. Yep. I normally wouldn't go on a Saturday because it's friggin' horrendous. It's a swarm of people. Good line speed from Tyke Byrne. He's just made Ruben Love's life a bit miserable, but the All Blacks still get the ball wide. Morby's coming back in field. My dad would have called that a bit of shepherding back in the day as he runs behind one of the All Blacks. I was going to say locks, but I think it was Tupavai. Will Jordan holds it, pops it. D-Max caught by O'Brien. Jeez, it's all on. Oh, and Ireland have won a penalty. They've survived a couple of phases. A couple of waves, I should say. If the ball was a knockdown, the commentators here in New Zealand reckon he knocked it back towards his own line, so not a knock-on. While we take a pause in the action, if you haven't liked the stream, do us a favor and like. As Kwasi mentioned earlier, it doesn't cost anything and it genuinely actually helps out. Like, genuinely. Push thumbs to help. Do it. Why not? Ireland win another line-out. So far, scrums and line-outs have been pretty stable. Gibson Park changes direction. They got numbers right, do they? No, Van der Fleer can't escape the clutches of Morby. Nick Berry gets calls off the All Black Jackler because the tackler hadn't rolled away yet. Joe McCarthy has a big carry. He's never going to go anywhere but straight ahead. To Ryan, the other big lock. Box kick it, man. Put the All Blacks under high ball pressure. No, they're going to keep trucking it through these phases. Hollywood just like, good man, you're a legend. At 2 a.m. There goes the box kick. And the Irish almost had it, but it's been spilled. What do the All Blacks do? Do they kick exit here or do they back themselves to run it? Slow ball. Roigard is going to box kick it. He's sending Morby after it. He's tapped it back and Cody Taylor's got it. The All Blacks doing the old box kick and tap back trick, eh? That's the trick that we usually hate having done against us. Oh, D-Max pass hit an Irish player, did it? Goodness me, it's all over the place. Will Jordan has just stepped... Is that Ringrose? Accidental offside, we're going to have a scrum. Jeez, it's pretty helter-skelter. I feel like it's pretty high tempo, isn't it? Step McCloskey. Pass came off Josh Lord. Josh Lord, bro. Get out of the way, mate. Smallest guy passing over the tallest, indeed. Three straight sold-out home games, including the Cake 10. Very nice for the ABs. Think the Nations Championship viewing opponent is overall a good thing, even if flights are annoying, says Hitchhiker. To be fair, the All Blacks should always sell out their home games. There shouldn't be any risk of us not selling out an All Blacks game. But, yeah, I guess with the economy being what it is and whatnot, maybe it's not a guarantee anymore, but they should. Do you think a ref should say play on? They shouldn't be allowed to call it back unless points are scored, Frankie. I'm generally like, if there's that scale of like get everything right or let the game flow. Over the years, I think I'm drifting more to let the game flow. Like if that pass had kind of come to nothing and the All Blacks had hoofed it long, then yeah, you could have probably done without this long stoppage. But then if we'd scored from it and they came all the way back for it, you'd be frustrated either way. I don't know, eh? Do you use any sorts of analysis software or anything? No. I use this. Notepad. I probably should, but I don't know that there's that much available. I look at stats to back up what I see with my old eyeballs. All Blacks are trying to hold up McCarthy in the tackle. Proves not as easy as Ringrose earlier. They're into the All Blacks 22. Gibson Park goes blindside. There's three Irish guys out that way. All Blacks are savvy to it. Oh, and they've just knocked it on. There's quite a few errors, eh? It's been a held up in the tackle. There's been a pass into own player. Lomax in the blood, but now that's the news that's just come through from the commentary team here in NZ. Thanks for Milo for the reminder. Frawley's coming on. Who's he coming on for? Jimmy O'Brien's having an HIA. All right. All Blacks line out solid at the back to Jacobson, I think that was. Tupaia rides his first tackle. Wide play again from the All Blacks. Here goes Ruben Love. Will Jordan out for his wing. Morby's going to have to get there and protect the ball. Does. Quick ball for Roigard. How many likes are we on? I'm not sure. We've got 230 odd viewers, so hopefully over 100 likes if 50% of people drop the old thumbs up. Slow ball for Roigard this time, but we are in the Irish half. Geordie. Quinn. Lumbering. Tupo. Vai. Back in field. We're into the 22. Please, quick ball. Irish line's a bit quick off the mark there, but they're all good. I think because Roigard took a bit of a shimmy step, gave them a chance. Don't knock it on. And we got advantage. Not rolling. Here we go. Paddy Tuipulotu back at Eden Park, and he opens the score for the ABs. Oh my goodness, Dave Rennie's first match where he's gone in as the match leaders for the first score. Nice. I can live with that. A lot of width in the All Black play. Tupavai did well to run back in field a bit. Josh Lord, the two locks combined. Goodness me. Oh, and look at Frankie with the 50 gifted memberships. Cheers, Frankie. Thank you, mate. If you haven't turned on the gifted memberships option, if you go to join and then the little hamburger or the 3 dots or whatever, you can turn on the option to receive gifted memberships, and you might get one from someone like Frankie or anyone else who's feeling generous. Thank you, Frankie, mate. I'm just going to write a wee note about the All Blacks attack kind of getting humming. Super Vite having a big carry. The locks combined to finish it off with Big Paddy. So it's 7 points to 0. Not our best exit, though. Lomax is back on. Is he? Oh, yes, too. Look at that. Thank goodness for that. Nothing against Fletcher Newell, but I want him to play a relatively even kind of split of minutes. Thankfully, it's not a leg injury. Good Irish lineup, way over the top of the back. Geordie Barrett's trying to strip in the tackle, but doesn't get it done. Gibson Park pops it to Tyke Byrne. He's driven backwards, but he gets the offload away, but it's a forward pass. Oh, and there's handbags again. Tupavai is getting under somebody's skin for sure. Tupavai is a real shit stirrer. He's going to reverse the next one, apparently. Always Vite involved. Yep. I'm sure there's multiple parties involved in that one, to be fair. Lomax with a pond worth of duct tape on his knee. I can't help but wonder if they injected him with some kind of painkiller. Vite's the one doing a wee pushing. Right. How's Lomax going to hold up at scrum time now? They've been told to use it. Both front rows are going down. All Blacks are running out their own 22. Tupai's having a big carry. Geez, he was almost isolated there, but no. Gibson Park's just been pinged. Got one person saying Ireland collapsed and one person saying Lomax bad knee went down. Quinn Tupai. This is showing a replay of the previous action. Oh, that's from Jimmy O'Brien's head knock. Hometown ref is evident. Oh no, Adrian. Adrian, you're moving us up to RefCon 4. There's some grumbling. No, don't make us go up to RefCon 3. It was quite happily sitting at RefCon 5. No. We're sitting at RefCon 4 for now, folks. All Blacks are putting in a good bit of kick chase. Ireland are under heaps of pressure at the moment, man. Momentum, if there was a gauge, it's all with the All Blacks at the minute. Oh, Frawley looks like he's injured as well. He's going to just bloody come on. Gibson Park's kick has gone nowhere. They're still in their 22, and Will Jordan's running back at them. Oh, Mackenzie's just caught by Gibson Park. Prendergast might be pinged here for a deliberate knock-on. He might be going to get a card if they determine that he shut down that play with a deliberate knock-on. Okay. Ref says that it's just a genuine attempt to catch it, not a deliberate knock-on. So where's this hometown ref stuff now? But anyway. RefCon is its spin on DEFCON. Have you guys never heard it? Maybe you guys too young? DEFCON, DEFCON 5, DEFCON 4, DEFCON 3 is like isn't it like the risk of nuclear war? How close the doomsday is kind of thing with nuclear war? So this is RefCon. How agitated people are with the ref. In particular, kind of how much it's going in favor of the All Blacks, because people always complain about that. That kick from Gibson Park almost hit Ireland in all kinds of trouble. His little hack over the top was somehow charged that didn't even make it out the 22. Right. I just wrote a note about that. The whole passage of play. There's no hometown ref. Barry is an Aussie. I know. Right. All Blacks have got a scrum like 7 meters out from the Irish line. It goes down, so they're going to have to use it. Geordie Barrett out the back to D-Mac. He beats the first tackle of Aki. He gets tackled by Tyke Byrne, but he's got his legs on the ground, so they've got to let him go. Lord gets tackled. We're still 7 meters out. Irish defence did look a little bit offside there, and that's been called. Just half a second too early, and maybe a little bit too far forward. Only boomers and millennials know what DEFCON is. Yeah, I'm probably too old when I set that up. It's another penalty. So the Irish give away an offside. Do the All Blacks kick for poles or do they go for a try? It's right out in front. The watch-along stream is somehow 20 seconds ahead of my match stream here in Ireland. You can feel free to pause this stream, but just be aware, I don't think the chat gets paused. So you might get spoiled by the chat. But you can always pause the YouTube one, right? Am I staying up for the other games? Yeah, I'll watch the other initial 2, and then I'll sleep and watch the other 3 tomorrow. I kind of split them in 50-50. Jason, bro, how's it been going? Every time I'm in Henderson and I pass your folks' old shop, I pine for your parents' little ice cream cone little thingies that I used to go buy for my kids. Those little, it's not ice cream, but like the little icing stuff. Hope they're doing all good since they retired. Big Bean has got the stream saying, well, there you go. This guy knows where it's at. Seeing as we're having a wee stoppage, should we check out the stats? Possession and territory is pretty even. But I want to see like the ball carries. 53-25 to the All Blacks. Like the Irish, what's the tackle count? It's not that different, 47-38, but the Irish have been asked to make 60. The All Blacks have only been asked to make 41. The Irish have missed 13 already. So, yeah. Is he held up? I think there's got to be a blade of Eden Park grass touching that ball. Savia off the back of the scrum looks to have got the All Blacks to try. I'm sure they'll check it. But that had to be touching. 3 guys around him. Goes past Tyke Byrne. Can't get off the scrum fast enough. Gibson Park, Jimmy O'Brien, and Prendergast. A hell of a carry. So I think we can pretty much forget mostly about the deliberate knock-on chat anyway, even if it was. The All Blacks scored from the resulting scrum and penalty and whatnot anyway. So it kind of evens itself out. Right? So if the All Blacks go on to lose this one, I don't think we can moan about that because we scored anyway. That's a hell of a carry from Savia. Check that one. I think They would have checked it. The longer you play that clip, the more the ball looks down on the ground. We are 14-0 up. It's not a bad... That ball wasn't down initially. It was down. It wasn't down initially, but it got down. I'm calling it. G'day, champs. Big V8 show. How's it going, man? Hollywood doesn't like the way deliberate knock-ons have been interpreted for the last few years. Hollywood, indeed, I don't like them either. They should just rename them like one-handed intercept attempts most of the time. Very rarely is a deliberate knock-on actually someone batting the frickin' ball down. It's usually they were trying to stick a mid out at it and hopefully regather it. It might have been a low percentage play, but I don't think it was usually like a deliberate smack-hole. It touched the grass and saying otherwise is quite one-eyed. That's how I saw it, Milo, but I am a New Zealander. We need the RefCon. So far, RefCon, for all you young people, which is a reference to DEFCON, RefCon's still at RefCon 4. We're still at just a little bit of murmurings, but nothing too bad. There's been murmurings both ways, to be fair. Yeah, Roy guy just slipped over, so... Artie blatantly held up. Bullshit, Forrest. No, that's not blatantly held up. You might need to look up what blatantly means in the dictionary. Not blatantly held up. I don't think it looked down on the initial flopping over the line, but the more it played on, the ball definitely... There's a blade of grass touching that ball for sure. It was a try, but we deserved a proper replay. That's probably fair. That's probably fair. I think people's mind would be put more at ease if you saw 6 angles of it and you could see it. A blade of grass caressing the ball. But that's kind of what we're trying to move away from, right? Is all the delays with all the stoppages. As long as they sweep it in the background, I think that's fine. Okay, Forrest. Sure. It's rigged. Hitchhiker, I think, has got it right. From what I saw, I wasn't convinced of the grounding, but Berry had a perfect spot to judge for himself, plus trust in the ref. Sometimes you got to trust in the rest in the system and not go with the conspiracy theories, but hey, that's just me. We got more ball down the Irish end. Tupaia looks a bit hurt. He's picking himself up the ground slowly. Oh, man. Will Jordan. Pick and go from Tuipulotu. He's going to be close to a double, but he's not quite there. They're offside, the Irish. Oh, what happened there? We've somehow fluffed our lines a metre up, but we did have a penalty advantage. They're going to have a check. Ooh. Duke Jacobson's going to get himself in trouble. This is going to be a big swing because the All Blacks are in prime try-scoring position with penalty advantage. Oh, that's stupid. Oh my God, Luke Jacobson, what on earth? Oh, he's in hot water. He's in hot water. Yeah, he flew into that like a friggin' missile. Oh man, so dumb. So dumb. AB's hot on attack again. With advantage. Like a meter out. Why? Why do that? It's yellow for now, but shit, man, they could read that for sure. So dumb. So dumb. I mean, if Josh Van der Fleer was doing something illegal, you need to let the referee penalise it, not just fly into him like that, eh? It's a tight one, I feel like. If I had to flip a coin, I'd probably say it might go red. If it is red, it'll only be 20 minutes, though. Reds are only given for super clear-cut cases. That's why we have the final off-field review for 99% cards. Yeah, if you punch someone in the face, kick someone in the chest, you will get straight red carded. Usually, if it's a high tackle or a clear out, even if it's a bad one, you will still get the review, generally. So I think it's consistent. If it's consistent, it'll probably be red. 20-minute red. Still, the All Blacks have got the ball, despite the man disadvantage. I don't know what wasn't clear cut. I'm not saying the guy flying in is clear cut. I'm just saying they generally don't give reds, straight reds. Oh, what a friggin' pilfer from Van der Fleer. They generally don't give straight reds for that kind of stuff. They double check him. Can the Irish take advantage of this initial man advantage period? They got some pill. First time in a while. They're still in their own half. Whoa, Jimmy O'Brien did really well to not only control that, but then get the pass away. Oh, I think maybe Keenan needs to let that go to Balakoon. Oh, they've fluffed a chance there. They had like three guys, one on each side of Keenan. Whew. Oh, man. So we have a decision on the card or not yet? It's a quick decision. Ooh. We might have escaped one there. Let's see. Okay. They're saying because of James Ryan standing up, that's what trips Jacobson into it. That's the mitigation. He's lucky. He's fucking lucky. See, the offside guy is to blame. Should have been the Irish guy in the bin. Well, there we go. I'll use it. He got it. I guess the logic is there in that I'm not trying to say Jacobson ain't lucky, but if James Ryan is not there, like our man user is saying, does Jacobson clear him out correctly? Maybe he does. We'll never know because we never saw it happen. Tell me Ireland don't get a red if they do that. I mean, I guess Ireland don't get a red if they do that. Do you feel better? Yeah, I'm okay with that as long as the referees are consistent. That is 100% the way it needs to be. I don't know if James Ryan's one was exactly the same, right? I don't think James Ryan's one was exactly the same. I'm not saying this one was good, but I think exactly the same might be a bit of a blunt statement. But Ireland have scored anyway. Punishing 15 against 14. They blew a chance a minute ago, but this time the scramble D can't keep up with it. Such big carries. Conan's the one who finishes it. God, he gets through 2 All Blacks tacklers. Beats De Groot. Who was the other one? Was it Almore? It's 14 points to 7. Hell of a score from the Irish. Great pass. Gibson Puck just sets him up on a platter. We only got a 7-point lead for all the Dominants. Yeah, the All Blacks had the opening 27 minutes pretty comfortably in charge of the game and scored 14. And now immediately Ireland have picked it back to a 7-point game. So the fans look so cold there. It's not too bad in Auckland today, but Eden Park can be a bit breezy. Oh, Ireland, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why the fuck didn't you just exit kick it? They've just gifted Will Jordan a try. Oh my God. You can't blame Nick Berry for that one. What the fuck? That's pretty poor. Randy blames Rick Nickberry for that one. That's fair. Extends the try-scoring lead for the All Blacks. Will Jordan, he's got 51. Look at Andy Farrell, the frustration. They've just done so well to work their way back into a 7-point game and just gifted it. Gifted it. Yeah. That's especially during the yellow card as well. Oh, that's a brutal one. Ruben Love's most confident opening so far. Maybe Jason A. Yeah, maybe. He's looked all right. Oh, geez. The All Blacks are trying to fluff their lines as well. There's heaps of Irish bodies over that breakdown, but no. Comments are ahead of the watch-along coverage. Yeah, because YouTube adds a little bit of a delay. And my stream is probably a little bit behind anyone watching on a terrestrial TV. I don't have an antenna at my house. I just stream stuff. Jeez, Bella Coon, we haven't seen him touch the bloody ball, and he's just knocked it on. He was going for the offload, and it just bobbled out of his hand. Holy shit. Was that a 50-22 by Ruben Love? Man, that's pretty sweet. That's with the yellow card as well. Still a man down. Can the All Blacks score? That's the end of the yellow card. Don't do anything stupid. Jacobson. Yeah, my Shamrock, can you just go back to bed? I mean, you can. You can just go back to bed. But, man, imagine if the Irish come back and win this one. Great, big, stirring speech from Andy Farrell at halftime. Massive second half performance. Break the Eden Park hoodoo. You'd curse yourself for the rest of your life if you missed it live. I'll just put that out there. Just plant that little seed. DEFCON 5 was one of my many laughs in Sopranos. Was that Paulie? Geez, Tuipulotu's close to a second. Oh, Mua's close. He almost lost it. They still have to play it. Back for a penalty. Who got the yellow? It was Luke Jacobson for a pretty wild clean out. Did Almua get the ball down? McCloskey's got him. Bro, he scores a try. Ben Whitehouse is saying it's a very tight one. It looks like a try to me. Surely that's a try. Just part of the ball has to touch the whitewash. That's a try. Come on. Come on. Sorry, whiteboard. Tukalesh says try time. Are we not going to give this one? Come on. Award the try. Asafo Almoa gets himself on the board. Almoa claimed it. Claimed it for a reason, because it was a try. Yeah, Paddy was close to a second one himself. Fozzie in the ground. Where? We're waiting for the whole shot clock to go. Oh, Hill Jonathan just joined 2 cents Gazamania. Cheers, mate. You can use all the emojis and stuff now. Thank you, my friend. Oh, there's Fozzie. Past Van der Fleer. That doesn't happen very often. Second carry in 2... like, not even 2 minutes. Cracking a tui. Yeah, I know. I really need to finish this box off. I only drink them on the streams. Ireland need at least kick a penalty before halftime. They've got one last crack. They've got the ball in the All Blacks half. The Irish wingers have hardly had a touch. The forwards have looked all right when they did get down the All Blacks 22, but it's just been... opportunities have been so few and far between. All Blacks keep trying to hold up the Irish tacklers as well. It's the third time they've tried it just then. They are going to get some wide ball. And there's bloody McCloskey out there. Where's Ballacoon? Prendergast, Ryan. I swear Ryan has had a lot more touches than Ballacoon or Jimmy O'Brien. Tyke Byrne. Gibson Park shifts direction. It's very narrow. Here we go. Now there's some width on it. Prendergast passes so weirdly. When he gets going, man, he gets it slick. I've seen him fire some right rippers for Leinster. Ten phases. Randy says that was the most obvious red card if there was any. World Rugby is in the All Blacks pocket like FIFA is in Argentina's pockets. Cheers for the super chat, Randy. I thought he was pretty lucky as well. Have I seen worse? I think I have seen worse, but that one wasn't great. They somehow found mitigation in the fact that James Ryan was standing up, as the user pointed out, in an offside position, and then affected the clear out. So I feel like they do look for mitigation a lot of the time. There was no clear ball touching the line from that angle. What about the referee's angle? Sometimes we just need to... Jesus, you guys in your ref chat. Drives me nuts. But anyway, if that's the way you want to enjoy the game, that's fine. Ref chat. Ireland desperately need a score before halftime. The maul is thus far going nowhere. And Jacobson has just won a turnover. Big defensive set. Before halftime. 28-7 at halftime. Not sure what I want more, stats or the halftime trivia. Geez, I need to get some bottles of beer which have actually got the trivia on them, eh? We'll have a look at the stats in a second, because they usually are a couple of minutes behind the actual game as the people update them. I'm probably not going to do any other watch-alongs after this one. Holy shit. Milo with the 50 memberships. Goodness me. Let's crack open another beer. Tony on the blower. I haven't got Tony on the blower. He's probably watching the league, is he? Is he watching the All Blacks? Thank you, my friend Milo, as always, for the continued support. I'm going to keep the gifted memberships or the membership prices as low as I can until YouTube forces me to put them up next month. Alaran, you're impressed. It's been a pretty decent half. Oh, and there's Distracted Sports. They were just talking about you just a minute ago. And Distracted continues to miss out on the gifted memberships. Have I watched any of the Football World Cup quasi? I think I watched the highlights of the opening game between South Africa and Mexico. That's it. I haven't seen shit of that competition. No gifts for Alaran. Sorry about that, mate. I don't know how that works. Maybe I should find... Wait, what? Is that... Did you just send another 50? Milo? Twice? Where's all the people getting the gifted memberships? Cheers, Milo. Usually when you do that, a bunch of names pop up, but no names are popping up. I hope you people are getting them, because it looks like Milo sent them, unless everyone's got one that can get one. Can I do anything with that? Do I have a button that I can push? Let me have a look. Hold on. Hold on. It doesn't pop up on there for me. Maybe there needs to be a delay. I'll have a look in the back end, Milo, to make sure it's happened. But anyway, I will check that out for you in a second. Milo. Alaran, thoughts? I mean, I think All Blacks have been pretty good value for their lead. There are some people who just love fucking bitching about the ref for some reason. So I'm used to that with All Black streams. That's fine. Apparently one of the All Blacks tries was not a try, and our yellow card should have been a red card. I still think the All Blacks are leading even with both of those things. Like, I thought Sam Prendergast's one where he knocked the ball could have been a deliberate knock on, but the ref ruled it in the Irish favour. So sometimes fucking ref calls go one way, sometimes they go the other. I don't get hung up on that about it. I think for the actual rugby, Alaran, I think the All Blacks look pretty good. I think they've been the dominant team. I think they scrambled pretty well. Both sides' set piece has probably looked a bit better than they came in. Oh, there it goes. Milo. YouTube was just delayed. Yeah, I think the lineouts have been better than expected. The scrums have gone down a fair bit. But yeah, I'm not surprised the All Blacks are in the lead with the way the game's been played. Put it that way. To be fair, my dad, love him, used to fucking bitch about refs as well. So I know that's a thing. It's not just rugby as well, in sports generally. It's just not the one I choose to focus on when I watch the game. Let's have a look at some stats, eh? The good thing about stats is they're pretty black and white, so people don't usually moan about them. Run meters. Frankie wanted to see run meters. It's 263 to 197 at halftime, which is not as lopsided as you might have thought. I mean, it's still a fair few run meters for the ABs. Defenders beaten is a bit more emphatic. Defenders beaten is 17-8. You're more than double. Clean breaks is 4-1, so you quadruple. These are the kind of attack numbers that you feel like if you watch that first half, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. The All Blacks have been kicking a lot more. Ireland have only kicked 6 times. That's nuts. That can't be right. Can it? That can't be right. It is. 2 sites confirm it. If you're complaining about the ref, think about how much he was involved with Will Jordan's try. Yeah, that's kind of what I said at the time. The penalty count is 4-5. So the Irish have been pinged one more time. I think the key one of the ones for the Irish guys that Andy Farrell will not be happy with, like turnovers conceded is 11-5. So they've dropped a fair bit of ball, the Irish lads. Gary Ringrose a couple, Jimmy O'Brien a couple, Sam Prendergast a couple. Yeah. Noah is a big NFL fan. After every game, there's an insane amount of complaints about the refs. Oh man, it is by far. It's just a sports thing, isn't it? It's definitely a sports thing. If you check out any team's Facebook page after the game, you'll see people going on and on and on about the refs. It's not the players who miss the tackles or drop the balls. It's the ref or the TMO. Let's have a look at some of the player stats, eh? Joe McCarthy said 13 tackles. Tyke Furlong's made 10. Who's been the ones busting all the tackles? Any guesses for who has the most defenders beaten? Any guesses? It's a pretty lopsided. Count. Oh, Marlo says Gaza message and wants DMAX stats. Yes, that's true. How many missed tackles for the Irish? Well, defenders beaten is the reverse of missed tackles. So if the defenders beaten count is 17-8, then the missed tackle count is 17-8 and the reverse. FAQ says AB's taken the belt to the ass. Ireland looking out of sorts even if they didn't travel to Japan. Cheers, mate. Yeah, they haven't fired in the first half, barring the try. I do think, though, like Keenan went close with a chance. They scored from it the next phase later anyway, and they had the maul chance. So, hold on. Let's check 22 entries. And Glogan says DMAC, and you're right. DMAC has 8 defenders beaten. The next best guy has 2. So DMAC's been on fire. 22 entries is 6-5. So it's not like the Irish haven't been down the All Blacks' end. All right, let's grab a message. Oh, I don't need to get a message from Gazza. I got Tony. Tony O'Sullivan.
Hold on, there's something for your viewers. Look at this. Look at that.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Look at that. It's a neon sign.
Where are you?
I am
Oh, Aaron. Love a bit of Aaron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're in Bremer right now.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful Bremer. First question for you. Luke Jacobson, should he have received a red card?
I thought he was pretty lucky to stay yellow. Yep.
I thought he was very lucky. They said when he was going in, his hand got jammed.
By James Ryan. Yeah, it's the one of those ones where they got the microscope out to look for the magnifying glass to look out for the mitigation, but they found it.
And they found the mitigation. But all in all, I'm a happy little camper. You a happy little camper?
Yeah, I think all right. I think we've been pretty good value for the lead, to be fair.
Yeah, right.
You can show you the people.
I think so too.
There's
have
the people.
Have I interrupted some sort of trivia or something like that?
No.
If I have, what's the feeling in the chat? I noticed I came on for like 10 seconds when I went for a piss, and I was mentioned, and I felt thrilled about that. But I also realised I didn't get a membership from Milo, so Milo needs to try again.
Milo's already dropped 100, and Frankie's dropped 50.
Damn, these people are amazing. Quite incredible, aren't they? Jeez Louise, and yet I still don't have any.
This is right. You could always buy one.
I'm not wasting my money on that shit. Why would I do that?
For the emojis.
St. George just scored. St. George just scored. Bugger. Oh, that's disastrous. Oh well. Okay. Well, I was just checking. How are you feeling about that half? It felt like the first time we seen a complete half of footy from the All Blacks for a wee while.
Oh, there's 50 more memberships coming. I'm looking out for your name.
Come on.
I don't like your chances here.
No, I don't like it either. Jeez Louise, this is bullshit. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the big game?
No, I think we've, like, compared to the first two halves against France and against Italy, we've definitely looked the most All Black-like in this one. I can't imagine Ireland will be so off in the second. I think they will come out kicking, though.
You reckon? So you wouldn't be surprised if they go bang bang?
I don't know that they get within a score just yet, but I think they will look better than they have done, yeah.
Well, they need to go bang bang to get into the game, don't
they?
They
do.
Really.
They really, really do. And you didn't get a gifted membership, but cheers to Milo for the next 50 of them.
What a legend. Oh, well, I'll leave you there. I hope everyone's having a great night and enjoying their footy.
Indeed. Go the Waz.
Up the Waz. All right, ta-da, bye-bye.
See you, pal. Well, that was Tony. Tony from Distracted Sports. Cheers, Milo, again for another 50 bloody gifted memberships. Thankfully, Tony didn't get one. We can't have Tony getting one. I'll see if I can sneak in a quick message from my dad before half time, eh? I wonder what he would have had to say about that game. I still have so many hundreds of that guy's messages on my phone, as yet unlistened to. Let's see if we can find a quick couple. He was not one to usually send me just 1 minute message. It was usually kind of 5-10 minutes at a time. Here's a 1 minute message from my dad from, it looks like April last year.
Yeah, like Jamie Joseph keeps telling everybody, Mark, the average stage of the team's 22. He's got a 48-man squad. I think there's only 3 or 4 guys over bloody 25. So, we know when they play these big teams, they're probably not going to win. But shit, 2 or 3 years' time, when they're down the bloody lineup, they stick together, they're going to be a bloody good team, a great team.
What's he talking about?
So, I wouldn't be anyone giving them too much bloody boring shit, because I think that's unfair, and people's bloody expectations. Well, if they know anything about fucking rugby, they won't go down their path. But there's a lot of bloody stupid people out there that are going down this bloody path already. And I don't know how many bloody times I've seen Jamie Joseph on my bloody friggin' bloody phone trying to explain it to these bloody logheads, and they don't bloody get it. Gazza mate, Roger mate, out bite.
Oh, man. Gazza was fired up. I think he must be defending Jamie Joseph from the Highlanders, maybe? Jeez, he was on fire for that one. Goodness me. Gazza was pissed there, apparently. Man, the old boy from last year. It's all special for you to have those messages from him still. I lost my brother to cancer. Making sure you can save all the recordings you can. I'm chuffed that I get to share them with you guys as well. I don't listen to them usually by myself, but I share them on here, and it feels right because they're always about rugby, Frankie, pretty much. Second half has started. We are at 40 minutes and 25 seconds. Ireland absolutely need to score next. Gaza passed away last year, KT, in November. What the hell are these red jewels, Rooney Tooney? I don't know what those jewels are. I appreciate you for whatever they are. I don't know what they do or what they are, but I got a notification to say you sent some jewels. Yeah, Gaza was busting out the F-bombs and everything. I think he must have been talking about Jamie Joseph getting some criticism last year and him saying that the squad that he picked is really young, so they're going to get better. I think that's the gist of it. You can make that same argument this year. Right. Here's McCloskey with a carry. Shit, I didn't even look at how many carries did like McCloskey or Balakoon get in that first half. Let's have a quick look before the stats update. Balakoon had 2. McCloskey had 8. But how many meters did McCloskey get? 23. Not the greatest return. Here we go. Now they're getting some go-forward ball. McCloskey's got his hands on the pill again. He'll be up to 10 carries now. They're 5 meters out. Close range. This is where the Irish excel. D-Mac with the big tackle gets out as the tackler. Doesn't get pinged for not rolling. All Blacks tackler doesn't roll, but the ref says they've pinned him in. So no penalties, but slow ball. More All Blacks tackles. 10 phases from the Irish. The ball, they just need a couple of phases of quick ball or someone to get over the advantage line. Currently, they're still going a little bit backwards. Furlong goes to ground almost before he takes the contact. Here goes Sheehan. He's a guy to get over the advantage line, but not in this case. The All Blacks fucked that one up. They jumped the gun and hit Gibson Park. They were doing so well. How am I slightly ahead of you, Frankie? I don't know. As I said, feel free to pause. I thought the All Blacks defense was holding pretty well there. That's a soft one to be conceding. Right, how's the Irish lineup going to go? It was 100% in the first half. All Blacks contested it, but not stolen it. It's a pop from the back to McCarthy. He goes close. Gibson Park's trying to milk a penalty there. Geordie Barrett was slowing him down a wee bit. Got to score here. There's a pod right there. Can they bust over? No. Brought down. There's space next to that post. Oh, the All Blacks have filled it in. The ball was too slow. Try time. McCarthy. Close range one. Ireland absolutely needed that. Absolutely. And under the sticks. All starts from an All Blacks knock on back in our own bloody half. I was just going to say, Milo, there's no replay to show the grounding, but I guess we'll take Nick Berry at his word that he saw it grounded. I don't have a problem with it. That was probably a try. Ref's there. Spots it on the ground. We'll go with it. I'm just writing a very messy note about that Irish try. Sorry, there's a fair bit of build up to it. So give me a moment. It's 28 points to 14. Irish score next, and things get very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. Prendergast's going to kick from his own 22. How does he go? Keeps it infield. So Ruben Love shovels it along to D-Mac. No, it's Will Jordan. Will Jordan's kick is a low one. Yeah, just grubbers along the ground to Keenan. Keenan can't beat the first tackler. And the All Blacks defence is all over them. The only person that needs convincing is the referee. If he saw it, it's got to be good. I'm kind of good with that as well. Ethan de Groot's been called off the ball. Gibson Parker's going to box kick. High ball. Remember, the Irish only kicked it 6 times in the first half, which is a weird one, seeing as the All Blacks are usually pretty vulnerable. But we'll see if more comes in the second. Did we carry that back? Justin Marshall reckons we carried it back. Slow setting of a lineup. I'm in the pub and you're about 30 seconds behind, Benji. Yeah, 30 seconds is not too bad. Oh, Prendergast pass has gone into touch after he had the initial weak carry. Just the Marshall commentary, not knowing if you have a phase in the 22, you can kick it out, says Milo. Yeah, it can be a bit distracting. Both these lineouts are operating very slick, though, hey? I think both sides are still at 100%. Jeez, the Irish maul defense there was fantastic. The All Blacks are scrambling with this one to get it out. There's a lot of bodies in there. They've had to commit a shitload of bodies to get that ball back. There's almost no All Blacks in the backfield. Time check for me. I'm at 49.05 now. 49.10. Now, Roygaard's putting in a box kick. Oh, and Geordie Barrett's contested the thing and regathered it. Oh, it's the second time we've done that tonight, at least. Quick hands. Morby runs back in field. Straight into the arms of Tyke Byrne. That's not a guy you want over the ball. All right, some width in the game for the All Blacks again. Oh, D-Max just shelled that one. It was a bit too hot for him. Missed chance. Look at that from Geordie. Beat Jimmy O'Brien to the ball. I love seeing that from the All Blacks because we don't usually do it that well. Prendergast passing for Goliath there. That ball was a fair bit too large from him earlier. How many likes did we get to, by the way? Because there were 300 people watching. Did we get anywhere close to 250 or 300 likes? 250 in Chinese means stupid, so it'd be nice to get 250. Lineouts 100% for both sides. 100% of lineouts contested makes for a good game to watch. Love it, eh? Like even the All Blacks on their own line, not happy to just set for Maldi. They still wanted to contest the lineout. Oh, Ruben Love's taking that high ball. Another high ball caught from the All Blacks? I don't believe it. We must have been practicing that shit. Is that another 50-22? Not quite. Oh, it isn't touch. What a kick from Geordie Barrett. Ruben Love with the great air ball. I think Jimmy O'Brien got pinged for taking him out in the air. Is he in touch? Yes. Good call from the officials. Ruben Love looks a bit tender, though, after that aerial collision. Is he going to get in trouble? All Blacks, I don't know if you guys have got the New Zealand commentary team where you are, but the All Blacks commentary team 100% want a yellow card for that one. I could live with that one being a penalty. I don't think I've seen a shitload worse aerial collisions than that one. The New Zealand commentary team is pretty livid. I don't think it's as egregious as they're saying. Caleb Clark's warming up. Maybe D-Mac comes in at 10. They switched off the AB's game over here in France. Now I can't even watch it. They changed to the France-Japan match. I hate how they overlap. I'm going to have to squeeze the matches in somehow as well. That was a penalty if the ABs aren't already halfway across the field, can't rip in the air. Oh, I think penalty's fine. Ruben Love looks like he's going to walk it off with a bit of strapping. Penalty. I can live with it being a penalty. Love was in the air. Oh, what a line. Love was in the air. There we go. I get the reference. All Blacks have entered the Irish 22. You feel like if the All Blacks score here, it's starting to become a real long way back. Ireland could use a sweet Tyburn Jackal here at some point. He's not committing himself as tackle there. He's waiting. Look at him. That blue fucking head cap of his. He's waiting. He's waiting. There he goes. Did he get it? No, he missed that one. Fuck, he was waiting for it. He wasn't committing himself to be the tackler. He wanted to be the jackler. Oh, another offside. Savi is playing halfback. He goes left. Josh Lord gets crunched. And they need to bring back the straight red card rule. They still have straight red cards. You can still get straight red carded. We saw one England against Fiji last week, in fact. Just 1 week ago. Roygaard. Ruben Love crunched. It's like 14 phases from the ABs. The Irish are tackling the house down. We're going to go back for the offside. It was a long, ugly set of faces from the ABs. Never really looked like scoring for that one. Has Jordan scored in this game yet? Yep, he scored. Scored in the first half. Got an absolute gift from the Irish. Absolute gift. I need a new me at any time try. What's plus 800 mean? I mean, what are the All Blacks doing here? We got a penalty like 7 meters out. Are we tapping? No. Touch. Great reffing. Back to RefCon 5. You reckon we go back to RefCon 5? It's evened itself out, you reckon? We got fans complaining both ways. That's usually a good sign. Maul time. Here it goes. Someone's got their undies out. Armour's got it at the back of that maul. He peels. He's tripped. Well, he just loses his feet, I should say. He wasn't tripped. Tripped make it sounds like it was someone deliberately tripped him. He fell over. Still 5 meters out. Keeping it pretty narrow thus far. We are edging our way closer to the sticks, but not the try line. Here we go. The backs have got it now. Tupaia with a good carry. D-Mac trying to clean out. Quick ball for Roygaard. Savia with the quick ball plays halfback. Lomax is short. Slow ball for Roygaard. He's having to think about it. Over the top to Tupaia. Pops it to Love. Is he sure? He's short. D-Mac. That was coming. That was pretty relentless. We did the Irish there, what they usually do to other teams. Far out. So many phases. That was a lot of tackling from the Irish lads. Nice from Tupaia. The quick hands. And Ruben Love was so close. They defended the maul. It was finally the pop ball. Ruben Love has gone off. 35-14. Is that game, you reckon, folks? DMAC is having a game, Hollywood, for sure. DMAC has been very busy. Game, set, match. Yeah. Still a lot of rugby to be played. But I feel like Ireland needed to score. The Shield is ours. You're talking about the Rayburn? It's a Rayburn match, this one. Paddy Tuipulotu's gone off. He's had a decent return to the AB's jersey and played almost an hour. Rayburn on the tour for the SA Tour. That could, in theory, change hands multiple times, couldn't it? £21 clear with 22 minutes to go. I think it's 22 minutes is heaps of time. That's where I think that comes from. Doesn't take long to score 2 or 3 tries, right? Apparently France have already scored in their game. Scrum free kick and the All Blacks have gone quick. Caleb Clark's having his big first touch. Oh, the Irish have got themselves over the ball. Dan Sheehan's a bit frustrated. Remind me of the last time a team blew a 21-point lead with 22 minutes to go. What was the Scottish lead against the Argentinians last year and how many minutes were to go? They blew a pretty fucking big lead in pretty quick succession. People nearly said this it's not a Ireland team of 5 years ago. The Irish team's still pretty good. It is at Eden Park. Scotland had a 14-point lead. Okay. Not 21. England recently blew a 50% lead to Argentina. I remember, was the England-Scotland Calcutta Cup match in the Six Nations? Scotland had a massive fucking comeback in that game and then kind of blew it. The English came back. I don't know. England versus AB's 2024. We were down against the Scots at Murrayfield by a couple of scores a couple of years ago, and we came back in that one. I don't know. England had a 28-0 lead. There we go. $31-0 to England, and it was 38 draw with Scotland. There we go. That's a hell of a comeback. How's the Irish scrum been? The scrums have been a lot of them have just kind of collapsed and the refs just go and fucking use it, to be fair. I think the last one was free kicked. I recall England having a 1-0 lead against Argentina recently. Oh, they did. Right, we're having a TMO intervention. I've been too busy reading the chat. I missed what that was. Oh, he's going to the bin. That's the classic one-handed intercept. The New Zealand commentary team has got some serious mental gymnastics if they think that's not going to be a yellow card. Streaming from Nairobi in Kenya via Supersport. How good to have you along, mate. He's only getting penalised. Fuck, he's a lucky boy. Maybe because there's no overlap there. It was a fair. It was kind of a. Wow. The Irish kick for touch has been a fucking cracker. Great. They need to score 100%. Ball's coming out of the back of that. Two penalty advantages. They're a meter out. Oh, man. Slow ball. Dog burn. Here we go. Keenan's gone over in the corner. I thought we might have shut him down at the mall, but they just managed to get it out. They needed that. Well, that lead, which was 21, just been narrowed. What a kick. $35-21, man. Still lots of time. Still lots of time. Tell us more about Anton Segner, the German-born blues player. Is he a descent player? No, he came to New Zealand when he was like fucking 15 or something because he wanted to play rugby and there was only a certain level you could go to in Germany. And some New Zealander who was over in Germany at the time said, go to this, try your hand at some New Zealand school. And he got on like a 6-month program and he just took to it like a duck to water. So he's been in the country for a long, long time. He basically came to play rugby. He's a German, like born and raised German, but just, 15 years old, left his family and came to New Zealand. He was only supposed to be gone 6 months and he just ended up staying. Yeah, Nelson College, that's the one. Ireland are hot on the attack once again. Fuck, man, one score makes this game very, very, very tasty. Ireland have just knocked it on, so they kind of lost that momentum which they had been building. How long does a player need to live in New Zealand to be eligible for the ABs? 5 years at the moment. Ireland are at least making a game out of this. I think they've been better in the second half. They were genuinely on the back foot in the first. They've looked a lot more competitive in the second half. They'll be disappointed with the first half, man. $30 more likes to our next big goal. If you haven't liked the stream, if you're a late arrival, drop us a like. Doesn't cost anything. My boss, YouTube, goes, good. Keep doing things. New Zealand, South Africa are looking strong this year, says George. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we are compared to South Africa in a very short time. Thankfully, Dave's got 4 games against the South African URC teams to kind of get things more aligned, but that'll be a big test. That's a big different kettle of fish over in South Africa. Oh, look at Frankie. $20. Cheers, man. We are a lot better in the air this game and under Dave Rennie. Cheers, Frankie, mate. And we've just got a scrum penalty. I think that's the first one of the game, is it? But yeah, we've looked reasonably comfortable under the aerial ball today, which is pleasing, especially with South Africa on the horizon. I have to ask, what is that haircut on Prendergast? I was just saying like an hour ago, I feel like that haircut on Prendergast is going to be one that he looks back on. You've got one as well. I've got one. You look back on it from your youthful photos. If you're in your youth at the moment, you may not have seen it yet, but you'll look back on a photo and go, Jesus, what was I thinking there? That's Sam Prendergast's current lid, for sure. What happens if the URC teams win? I don't think they can take the Rayburn Shield, but they'll probably celebrate. Just like when the Lions beat one of the touring teams as well. Who has bigger issues at 10, Ireland or Aussie? Aussie just can't keep their guys fit. Ireland have options, and none of them is like the perfect option. They've got a bunch of guys who can do different stuff, and they've tried a few of them. Yeah. Frankie has beards that he looks back on and thinks, what the hell? Yeah, exactly. They're saying there's a knock on. All Blacks seem to be just happy to play in the middle of the field, just going through some phases. Not really going anywhere. Lord's having a carry. Can't believe I thought that looked good. It must have been high. Probably were. That's the thing. Oh, Caleb Clark out of friggin' nowhere has just busted the line, but he's so isolated and Tyke Burns hunting him down. All Blacks cleaners get there just in time. Savia beats his first man. Crowley's the best in my opinion. Crowley's had a bit of time injured, but I do think he's the most complete of them all. I don't know that he's got the same ripper of a pass that Sam Prendergast's got, but he's a more complete player for sure. Look at Luke Jacobson go. Cigna's having a big... I'd love Cigna to score a try. Eden Park is home ground. Hey, Footy Finn, how's it going, man? You got the Aussies starting shortly. Jeez, we're going close here. 16, is it, phases? 14? We're short. Short again. Bunny needs to move or he's going to get penalised. Tyburn needs to get his hand out of the way. He does. They get into the backs. Oh, Morby gets taken. Was he taken high? See you, Mac, mate. Jeez, we're 18 phases in. Prendergast's soft skills are ridiculous. Exactly. I think he's got a better playmaking game than Crowley. I think Crowley's got a better ball carry and he's got a better defensive game. I don't know about his goal kicking. Crowley's goal kicking can be a bit scattergun. "20 phases. Clark, who started it with the big carry, he straightens. D-Max having a carry. He deserves a try. He's played the house down. Roygaard snipes. You could probably take Roygaard off now. Or maybe if we score, they take Roygaard off. "25 phases. We still haven't cracked. Oh, we've knocked it on. Oh. Penalty to the Irish. Man, 25 phases. 26 in the end. That's a massive defensive shift, man. Massive. They've missed touch, though. What the fuck, Ireland? What are you doing? You can't do that crap at Eden Park. Or you can jackal, but if the ruck's formed, you can't use your hands, right? Oh, Quinlan doesn't like the interpretation of the breakdown. Jacobson's off. Ratzima's on. That can't be a change for him. What? So Roygaard did go off. There he is. I thought Roygaard was still on at the same time as Ratzima for a second, but no, they've just cut the camera to him. Okay. Here goes Balakoon in some space for the first time. And Jesus, is it the whole game? We haven't seen enough of him, man. I was excited about his pick, but we haven't seen nothing. How many likes did we get to, by the way? Because we're almost at the end of the game. 7 minutes. There's almost 500 people watching. We should have a decent amount of likes. If you haven't liked, drop a like. 316. Holy smokes, that is a load. Thank you, everybody who dropped a like. Cheers to you all for being here. Oh, great kick pass to Frawley. But he's now isolated. Did he release the ball? No. Bugger. Missed chance. And here goes D-Mac with a quick tap and go. He's going to get himself isolated. It was a bit rash. Maybe the All Blacks should have slowed that one down. ALB just fucking hoofs it long. Fair enough. Join the party late, but smashing like anyway. Cheers for that, mate. What a cross kick by that bottler. He's just on his own. There's nobody with him. He had to score. If he doesn't score, he gets tackled. There's just nobody with him. So... D-Mac's having the game of his life. D-Mac is playing real well. No way you're an All Black centre and that's your kick. Yeah, that was a agricultural shove from ALB for sure. I don't actually know. Is ALB right or left-footed? Because I think he hit it with his right. Ooh, the Irish have just had a wee grubber. But now the All Blacks have got it. Intercept. Bloody hell. Trying to get the football skills going. Jeez, this is helter-skelter. Is the score a fair reflection? I think the All Blacks have been the better team. Ireland's been a shitload better in the second half than the first, though. But they were not good in the first half. 354 now. Wow, that's a whole bunch more, folks. And Spider Cam is not good for live play. I agree with you, Frank. It's hard to tell what's going on. Keenan just shoveled it. He tried to get it to an on-rushing Ballacoon, but it was just pinched by the ABs. 465 watching. Let's get the 465 likes. It never usually works out to be 100%, but it'd be great, wouldn't it? Can't understand how the deliberate knock-on was not a yellow. Not every deliberate knock-on is a yellow. I thought it might have been a yellow as well, but if they ruled that there wasn't like a genuine line break opportunity, then sometimes they just don't go with it. So, I don't know. Let's feed this man for the week. Hit the likes. Yeah, cheers, KT, mate. It's 3 minutes to go in the game. The Irish lineup's been a lot better, Paul. A lot better. All Blacks one's been pretty good too. Second half hasn't been a great example of how, though I'm not 100% confident yet, Ireland played way better and we've played worse. Yeah, we definitely... I mean, the Irish defence has been friggin' ironclad in the second half, where we've had so much pressure on them and they've looked fairly comfortable. Oh, ALB is going to get a try. It's going to be 40 points up for the ABs. This time the pressure did pay. That's definitely the game. How much time is left? We're at 78 minutes. Japan, France already kicked off. Here, there's overlap with these games, which sucks. There is. I won't have a blue star next time now because I missed the conversion. Because some people have been gifting memberships to the channel, so you'll also have access to a bunch of emojis for a while you're a channel member. Oh, Cakes. How's it going, Cakes? There you go. Another 20 people are getting some gifted memberships. You can thank Cakes for that. Cheers, Cakes, man. There's only 30 seconds to go in this game. Jasmine, sorry you missed out. Did you turn the option on? You found it last week, eh? And Purple Lass also got a gift, bought their own membership as well. Cheers, Purple. That ball's gone into touch. Is that game? Time is up. The game is over. The All Blacks have won. Ireland don't get the chance to chase the 4th try bonus point. Six tries to 3, yeah. Ireland maybe deserved a 4th for that second half. But geez, they gifted the All Blacks one of them. Yeah. I put $50 on the All Blacks to win that game, so I've probably made myself like $5 or something. The All Blacks were not paying a lot to win that game. They were paying like 25 cents on the dollar. But yeah. It is time to switch over to the France and Japan game, but I need to get the match review done for this one. So, yeah. I think the All Blacks are pretty deserved winners in that one. I wish Ireland had played like that in the first half, though, because I think they were just a bit off the pace. They started a bit slow. Maybe part of that's the travel, but remember, they were in Australia for the last 2 weeks, and then they only had to fly 3.5 hours to New Zealand, so not exactly a huge travel bit of pain, but yeah, Eden Park record is held. Dave goes 3 from 3. Yeah, we can take that for sure. Shall we finish off with a message from my old man, eh? Let's play another one. Let's play another one from my old man. If I can find... Where is his messages? Here we go. Let's go. Betting our donation money. Actually, it's the TAB's own money. I opened a TAB account years ago when they were doing some promotion at Eden Park, and I ended up with like $50 on my account, and I've never spent it all. I would always just like keep betting it. That $50 is like $200 now. I just dabble every now and again. Right, here is my old man from March, I think last year.
Yeah, too many stakes, too much discipline, and they got hiding. They tried hard, but boy, they were outclassed. Yeah, the Crusaders are getting back to middle. They're always in with all that.
Okay, it's a Super Rugby from last year.
Yeah, they played well tonight. They deserve to beat us on the Eden Park, but I wish Rico Ioane would pass the ball when he gets it instead of trying to do too much on his own. It looks like he was the captain. You got to bring guys like Caden Clark and more to it, even though if they had it, they wouldn't have won, but they might have got a couple more tries.
This is the Blues losing to the Crusaders last year.
Line, which didn't help us. Not that it was going to win us the game. And then Jordan's bloody try right up full time. Well, that was an insult to the bloody wound.
Jordan's try was an insult.
The Crusaders played well tonight, but, you know, they're not unbeatable. But the bloody Blues, they got the Blues brothers all right. Yeah, well, they're going to have to beat some of these bloody Aussie teams, and I don't know whether they can do that.
We will play the Aussies.
I think they might be too far down the bloody Richter scale there, McMurray. I don't know what the bloody hell they're going to do. They're a bit like bloody Wales. They're in a bloody doldrum of a bloody trough so bloody deep they can hardly get it out.
He's frustrated with the Blues, isn't he?
So, it's bloody hard to say.
He's not even talking about the ref.
Yeah, well...
Tino, he's disappointed with the Blues.
We're not performing and bloody Vern Cotter's ass will be on the line, but it's not the coaches. I think it's the players. I think it's a lack of confidence. I think it's complacency.
Oh.
And another thing, I think they're trying too bloody hard. Sometimes when you try too bloody hard, you make an absolute mess of it. These guys are bloody doing that, certainly. So, yeah. What can you do? Now, whether they bloody recover from this is a $64 million question. I don't know whether they will. I have my doubts now.
Where's the ref chat, Gazza?
If they had a series of wins, well, they'd have to bloody have some bonus points with it and rely on other results. And you know what that bloody claptrap means? That means, you know, coming from the end of the bloody earth to win the bloody miracle final. I don't know. I just don't bloody know where they're going to go. But the only thing the coaches can do is tell them to put their best bloody foot forward and keep trying. At least save some bloody grace of a legacy of a shit season that we've bloody had.
Wow, he's really pissed off with the Blues.
If they keep losing like this, well, they bloody might get near the wooden spoon, even though I don't think they will. I don't blame the coaches. I blame the players. Yeah, we'll just have to see where it goes. Gazamania, Roger Mania.
Here we go. Man, my dad, after the Blues lost to the Crusaders last year, just trash talked the Blues for 3 minutes. We must have been pretty crap in that game. But, yeah, all right. There we go. All Blacks, decent enough win. I don't know that the Irish were at their best in the first half, but they certainly showed a bit more in the second. They had to make a lot of tackles, 250 odd attempted. The All Blacks were only kind of in the 180s, so there's a lot more defending done from the Irish there. They dropped a fair bit more ball, but it was cleaner in the second half. Line breaks finished 9-5 to the ABs. Defenders beaten finished 32-15 to the ABs. Penalty count was 9-8 against the ABs, so it's pretty evenly spread across the game. Yeah. Post-contact meters is pretty low, so I think there were a lot of carries not really getting over the gain line from either side, to be fair. But, yeah. There we go. There is a fair bit of crying about the ref in that one, but, oh well, shit happens. It's every game, isn't it? I don't think the ref's a deciding factor in that game somehow. But anyway, I will head off, quickly wrap up this game, and then go watch some more rugby, because there's tons of rugby on. Hope you guys enjoy your days wherever you guys are. Cheers to Cakes and to Milo and to Frankie and to Padza for like the gifted memberships and the super chats and stuff. It's definitely much appreciated. Randy Viper gave one, and FAQ gave one as well. Purple Lass became a member, and so did Muller. So cheers to all you folks. Milo, I don't think I can do the one more, because I need to see if my missus is alright, because my in-laws are here. If it was another day, I might. My in-laws are off back at the end of the month, so maybe Greatest Rivalry or something. We can do some more. But anyway, you guys take care of yourselves, and yeah, I will talk to you guys again next time. Take care. Bye.